Now that all the playable factions have been revealed for Total War 3 Kingdoms, I can show you the starting positions for each of the 11 warlords, and reveal what makes each a unique campaign experience. Then, I'll unmask the unlockable 12th warlord for you, whose campaign may be the most challenging since Attila's Western Rome. We'll start in the far south with Sun Jian, the Tiger of Shandong. Skilled and daring, he's known for taking risks to prove himself, and this will fuel his unique faction mechanic, Bravery, which allows him to replenish his army in enemy territory, cheaply recruit mercenary units, and increase character satisfaction. As the only warlord below the Yangtze River, he's poised to take over the Southlands, so you'll need to take full advantage of his guerrilla deployment ability as you push deeper into enemy territory. And once you've set up your empire, you can use his unique ability to exploit river and coastal ports for increased income. Liu Biao starts just to his north. A man renowned for his intelligence and love of scholarly pursuits. If you play as the Gentleman of the Han, you'll have access to unique scholarly court positions, and a building chain that allows your characters to level faster. As the long-standing governor of the region, he increases public order on his own lands, and boosts the satisfaction of all who serve under him. But though his court may be stable, as the oldest starting warlord, you'll need to quickly find a worthy successor to carry on Liu Biao's good works. Yuan Shu, on the other hand, is young, energetic, and an ambitious powermonger. The product of a long line of influential nobles, he uses his legitimacy as a currency. But where others may only earn it, Yuan Shu can demand it via diplomacy. High levels of legitimacy boost his faction's income and prestige, and allow you to become emperor even faster. Yuan Shu's focus on commerce and industry ensures you will never be without income, and characters in his faction will even offer special investment opportunities, where, with an upfront cost, you can boost your income over time. While Yuan Shu prefers to buy his way to power, some are determined to fight for it. Cao Cao is a ruthless strategic mastermind who fights for credibility on the political stage. When he gains enough of this political respect, you can spend it to improve diplomatic relations with other factions, or even trigger wars between two rival lords. But while he improves his own standings, Cao Cao also strives to better the lives of his subjects. Farms in your territories will produce more food and military supplies for your armies. And to protect them, Cao Cao's farms will have their own garrisons, making them harder targets for potential raiders. But while Cao Cao's concern for the common man is based on military logistics, Liu Bei's is a virtuous ideal. A humble and kind man with an inspiring presence, Liu Bei starts the campaign with only a single army of unshakable followers and no territory to call his own. But on turn 1, it's the most powerful army on the map, and it will only grow stronger. As a man of the people, any militia units in Liu Bei's army require no upkeep. This unity of purpose can be used as a spendable resource, and his unity mechanic allows you to annex Han Empire territories with no conflict. And high unity among his faction increases public order, speeds progression through faction ranks, and allows for better governing abilities, like fielding extra armies and allowing more governors to be assigned to provinces. Kong Rong, the master scholar, is said to be a descendant of Confucius, and famed for his quick wit, dangerously sharp tongue, and elaborate literary style. He believes that intelligence and analysis are key to winning the war, and your playstyle with him will favor a pacifist approach. As a master of trade, Kong Rong's faction gives you the ability to manipulate the new trade influence system to your favor. Large settlement populations will give more prestige and boost his trade influence. Kong Rong also gives you the ability to make diplomatic deals that strengthen your web of trade relations. With all trade income flowing in your direction, you have the ability to build a small but tall empire and let your allies do the expanding. One warlord with conquest on his mind is Yuan Shao, the preeminent commander, who has spent his entire life in military command, who, instead of depending on characters to lead his armies, can recruit elite retinues led by military captains to fight and lead your wars. And Yuan Shao recruits these at a discount. Handsome and charismatic, his notable lineage can be used as a resource like his cousin, Yuan Shu. But instead of forcing others to follow him, Yuan Shao thrives on building alliances and coalitions. But Yuan Shao isn't the only commander in the north. Gongsun, the Iron Fist general, has long protected the northern territories against foreign invaders, and now it falls to him to defend these lands against the power-hungry warlords from the south. You'll do this with his unique White Horse Archer Cavalry, the best horse archers in the game. As a master cavalry commander, you'll be able to reinforce your armies from further away, and your shock cavalry will be equipped with only the best armor. A military-minded man, Gongsun sees ruling a state much like commanding an army, and can only assign generals to civic positions. But these generals provide bonuses to the commanderies they're stationed in, keeping them safe from the bandits that roam the nearby mountains. And Zhongyan, king of the Black Mountain, is always nearby, waiting to pounce from his Black Mountain hideout. A unique building which gives him exclusive diplomacy with the Yellow Turbans, a sword for hire and a man of opportunity. He walks the line between nobility and banditry, always taking the path that serves his faction best. As an expert in guerrilla warfare, you'll use Zhongyan for hit-and-run tactics, and whenever he attacks an army, you'll have a chance to ambush them regardless of his army stance. And any nearby armies will also be able to reinforce your ambushes. But if you find yourself in a sticky situation, Zhongyan's troops gain a speed bonus when moving through forests, so you can escape to fight another day. Alone at the edge of the world, you'll need every warrior to survive his campaign, and early alliances are critical. Jing, the Bandit Queen, could be one such ally, but as the toughest starting campaign on the map, she's just as likely to conquer Zhongyan herself. She'll begin the game as a wandering army like Hubei, but as a fierce warrior and anarchist, she instead lives to burn down the corrupt Han dynasty. As she captures settlements and wins battles, her infamy will grow. And with high infamy, you'll have higher morale in battle, gain more experience, and win extra prestige points. But at a cost of diplomatic relations with other factions, and this infamy acts as her campaign resource. Jing can also gain infamy by creating and then extorting tributary states, who will then pay to keep you away. These conquered territories will then pay to keep you away, but have no obligation to join your wars. A shark on the land, she must keep fighting to maintain her infamy and just to survive. To help you, she'll have faster recruitment times, additional tribute income, and even more savage loot and raise options to ensure that she'll be the most famous bandit you've never heard of. But Ma Teng, the White Wolf of the Yang, will have something to say about that. Entrusted by the Han Emperor as the protector of the West, a lifetime of protecting the Silk Road has made him an adept survivalist on the fringes of civilization. On the arid plains, staying fed means everything, and armies in his faction will gain bonus military supplies, and when encamped, his troops will forage for food. His unique building chain, the Xiliang Supply Lines, is one of the few food production buildings available to commandery capitals. It also gives you a new passive ability, Regional Cavalry Patrols, which provides military supplies for any of your armies in adjacent commanderies, and depletes the supplies of any invaders. And all of this is to maintain control of the Silk Road. When playing as Ma Teng, you'll have access to silk and spice resources, and gain additional income from their trade, a benefit of remaining fiercely loyal to the Han Empire. But it also means that Ma Teng is the only warlord allied to the tyrant Dong Zhuo at the game's start, a dangerous friendship when the rest of China is allied against you. These 11 warlords will be available at the game's start in 190 CE, and their campaigns chart their rises to power after the coalition against Dong Zhuo fails. But when you're playing the campaign and defeat Dong Zhuo's army in battle, or attain the rank of Emperor yourself, the hidden Han Empire faction unlocks for play. The tyrant Dong Zhuo is a brutal despot who rules the crumbling Han Empire with an iron fist. He begins the campaign with the entire Han Empire as his vassal, which he governs through fear and intimidation, and annexing or conquering Han territories into your faction. High intimidation also increases public order and reduces corruption through outright fear. You can also spend intimidation to bully other warlords into agreeing with your diplomatic proposals, but the most prominent warlords among them will begin the game hostile to your reign, and your campaign as Dong Zhuo will have you trying to hold on to the last remnants of Han imperial power by any means necessary. as warlords all over China come to carve their own places in history. Each warlord in Total War III Kingdoms offers a campaign to highlight what makes them memorable in history, and brings to life a vibrant era of hope, betrayal, and conflict. So which of the campaigns will you play first? And what warlords do you think will be added next? Total War III Kingdoms releases on May 23rd and is available for pre-order now. Thanks for watching.